What's going on, family? Welcome to another episode of the C's Monroe Show. I am your host. First and foremost, I would like to say I appreciate you all for tuning in yet again. For the past couple of days, we've been having some serious conversations in those comments. I appreciate it. I love you all. I love film talk, plain and simple. But today, we're here to talk about the top 10 most anticipated films of 2023. Today we'll be discussing the top 10 most anticipated films of 2023. Now, my list might not match up to your list, so I want you to go ahead and put your movie list down in the comments. Put your whole top 10 list down there and put some movies that you feel should have made it to my top 10. Let's join in on this conversation, guys. If you see someone commenting down below their top 10, go ahead and compare it to your top 10. Let's have fun with this, all right? But starting out, number 10 is none other than Evil Dead Rise. In this fifth installment of the Evil Dead series, a world-weary Beth pays an overdue visit to her older sister Ellie, who is raising 3 kids on her own in a cramped LA apartment. The sisters' reunion is cut short by the discovery of a mysterious book deep in the bowels of Ellie's building, giving rise to flesh-possessing demons and thrusting Beth into a primal battle for survival, as she faced with the most nightmarish version of motherhood imaginable. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this because I don't know if you're aware, but I love a good horror movie. Like, it has to have a good background story, though. It can't just be any shoot-'em-up slasher films. It has to be something with a little substance. The Conjuring, for instance, one of my favorite horror films of all time. The remake of The Evil Dead back in 2013, phenomenal. Like, these movies had substance, it had context, it had a story, a good plot. Like, it is not that much that you need to do to satisfy me in a horror film. And it had good horror scenes. Now, it was one of those movies that people thought was a horror film, but to me, I just thought it was, okay, I take that back. It is a horror film. Was it scary? Not really, but it had good background story and it was good in its own right. Coming in at number 9. You guys probably don't remember this because it's been a while. Captain Marvel was one of those movies that came out in 2019. It kind of got swept under the rug because it was just an okay Marvel film. But compared to Phase 4, Captain Marvel needs to be held on a mantle somewhere. But coming in at number 9 is The Marvels. Now, a few months back, I told you guys how I really love Ms. Marvel and it was my top MCU series. And after watching She-Hulk, I feel like it's still my top MCU series. Like, I don't know what's going on over there. She-Hulk was not what I expected it to be. It had a nice start and it ended really badly. So either way, Ms. Marvel was one of those things, a breath of fresh air for Phase 4. Like, it was needed. No one was paying attention to these MCU series. Like, they were just, I feel like we were just fanboying it the whole time. And nobody really cared to actually critique these films. So Ms. Marvel really got me excited to see the Marvels. Captain Marvel was also one of those things where, again, I don't really care about, but because it's bringing in the Skrulls, it's bringing in these other things, I really can't wait to see it. And hopefully Disney gets their act together for Secret Invasion. It looks amazing and I want it to be amazing. Let's push this thing to the max, but The Marvels is my number 9. Coming in at number 8 is everything that The Matrix Resurrection should have been. John Wick 4.
Saying goodbyes?
Saying hello.
You think your wife can hear you?
No.
And why bother?
Maybe I'm wrong.
You're going to die.
Maybe not.
Goodbye to you, my trusted friend.
A new day is dawning. New ideas, new rules, new management.
We've known each other since we were 9 or 10.
Who is this?
The Marquis de Gramont. Challenge him to single combat. Win or lose, it's a way out.
I don't sit at the table.
Your family does.
Please pray for me. I was the black sheep of the family.
Man has to look his best when it's time to get married. Or buried.
I'm going to need a gun.
Goodbye, my friend, it's hard to die.
If you win, the table will honor its word. You will have your freedom.
It's hard to die.
Under the old laws, only one can survive. Failure to meet at sunrise
It's hard to die.
will result in execution.
Last words, Winston?
Just have fun out there.
I want you to find your peace. But a good death only comes after a good life.
You and I left a good life behind a long time ago, my friend.
It's hard to die.
What more could we ask for? Mindless action, terrible dialogue, just more and more action scenes, guns, knives, bulletproof suits. You gotta love it. This is probably needed because honestly, a lot of these films teeter off and try to do the live action thing, and everything isn't meant to be live action. The Sonic films, they did okay, and I feel like they did a good job at that, but I don't know how we would get another Mario movie live action style. Like, I'm sure in today's CGI we could do something phenomenal with it, but this right here, it looks good. Now, the first trailer, it wasn't all that it was cracked up to be, but that second trailer got me. I was excited about it. My children are excited about it. I can't wait to see it. Coming in at number 7 is the Super Mario Brothers movie.
All right. Let's go.
Okay.
Not sure if you know who I am, but I'm about to rule the world.
Wow, yay.
But there's one problem. There's a human, has a mustache, just like you.
You think I know every human being with a mustache wearing an identical outfit with a hat with the letter of his first name on it? Because I don't.
Bowser is coming. Together, we are going to stop that monster.
How? Look at us. We're adorable.
Oh, I got this. No problem. Yes! Come on, Mario! Our big adventure begins now! Ah! Get it off, get it off, get it off!
There's a huge universe out there.
Whoa!
With a lot of galaxies. They're all counting on us. No pressure.
Now, we're almost halfway there, so I need you guys to go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell before we go any further. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. I appreciate you all for tuning in. With that down, let's get into number 6.
Your days of fighting for the so-called greater good are over. This is our chance to control the truth, the concepts of right and wrong for everyone for centuries to come. You're fighting to save an ideal that doesn't exist. Never did. You need to pick a side.
Now, my number 6 film is probably the main reason why I didn't care for Top Gun. I wasn't really interested in the fighter jet Tom Cruise. This is the Tom Cruise that I've grown to love and enjoy. So this is what I'm waiting on. By the way, Mission Impossible 4 Ghost Protocol was probably my favorite Mission Impossible film. But this film, Mission Impossible Day of Reckoning, has to be my number 6 most anticipated film of 2023. It's Tom Cruise. I love what he does with these films, and it keeps us intrigued. It's our James Bond.